of figuring out spell slots, though.
For this.
Yeah, so much better.
208 hour of adventurers wanted.
Woo! 208.
Thank you so much for joining us for this hour. We'll start to really through a few things. Just to let you know, this performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed performance. So that just means we've got a relaxed attitude to any side turn movement from our audience members, just for the benefit of anyone who might not be able to be still or silent for the duration of this. If at any point you do want to pop out, feel free to head through the door at the back, come back in when you want. There's some water and stuff out there. I'll be over here as well, so give a shout if you need anything. We've got some audio headsets if you'd like to use those. The lights should stay like this throughout. They have been going out on and off. If that happens, I do apologise, but I will put them back on as quick as I can. And there will probably be some background music, but no noise bands or anything for the next hour. I will pass over to Chris, who is our GM for the next couple of hours.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Adventurers Wanted. My name is Chris, and I will be running the game for the next couple of hours until 10 p.m. So, what is this? What's going on? We are playing a tabletop role-playing game. For those who don't know what that is, a tabletop role-playing game means that the players to my left and to my right are characters in a universe that I portray the rest of. So monsters that they fight, allies that they meet, situations they find themselves in, I handle all of that and they tell me what they want to do. And then we use dice rolls to determine how well they achieve or how hilariously they fail. Speaking of hilarious failings, let's talk about what happened in the last hour. Oh dear. Yes, we'll get to that in a second, but let's give you some backstory to get you all in. We are about 200-ish hours in, so there is plenty of backstory to go through. I won't try and condense all of that into 30 seconds, so I'll just give you a little brief information, but if you want to throw questions in, ask what's going on at any time, please feel free to. That's no problem at all. All 4 of the players are members of the Spirit of the Horizon. They are a research vessel in the Navy that were teleported to a strange new world after finding a stone tablet in an ancient temple on their own world. By taking this tablet and reading the spell on it, they teleported away, but also summoned an ancient evil to their world, which, as far as they know, is still terrorizing it and causing all sorts of mayhem. So they're desperate to get home. And in doing so, they have discovered in this world that there is a similar magical tablet here, which they've been collecting bits of because it's been broken. They now have almost all of those bits bar one, which they understand is currently in the belly of a giant dragon sea turtle known as Kelahanu. Kelahanu has apparently been enslaved by a water genie who's called El Dunalid, and they are currently making their way into the water genie's mountain lair. They started off sneaking in, then they made their way through some guards on the outside that appear to be guarding whatever's inside from getting out. As they made their way in, they discovered a race of fish people called the Slom, who they made friends with thanks to a very high charisma roll from our sorcerer, who has now left us, unfortunately, and decided to rest with the Slom, make merry, and in doing so, our lovely charismatic sorcerer also tried to get it off with one of our other crew members and rolled very low, so didn't do a particularly good job. Now, as the teleportation magic that affects the ship continues to affect them, and as crew members are teleported in and out, seemingly at random, almost on the hour mark, strange that, I'd like to introduce the players. If you can give us your name, the character that you're playing, and a bit about what you've been up to recently or what you do on board ship. Starting with Devere.
My name is Bex. My character is Devere Cook, who is a rogue cook specialising in potatoes. Over the last hour, I've been very much enjoying this fermented food provided by the fish people that everyone else seemed to make them vomit. And I got very, very drunk and made some bad decisions thanks to my unhelpful dice.
Yeah.
I am delighted to see the teleport magic work.
Hi, I'm Naomi. I'm playing Brina Froddle. Brina is head of arcane research on the ship. She's a gnome wizard, so you'll probably notice how short she is. She has been having a hard time. She's been here since the first mission with the old god and the spell casting, and she saw the captain die. So as you can imagine, not in the best state of mind.
Yes, hello. My name is Archimedes Hujakapiv. I am an elf wizard and the monster researcher aboard this vessel. Recently, it's been a touch trifling, all this popping in and out business, and it's been very, very difficult to get any research or sleep, if I do say so, but here I am.
Hi, my name is Eleanor, and I am playing
Skylar, who is the navigator aboard the Spirit of the Horizon and has had a very traumatizing past couple of days after losing all of her sea charts, which she was very attached to in the original shipwreck. She was recently almost completely digested in the stomach of a kraken. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting.
You're okay now.
Now, we don't start this hour as we would traditionally with the teleporting in of the new crew. We start at the morning. In the morning, Brina awakens in... What were you sleeping in this fishy
How clean
town?
was the hammock they provided for me?
Not very.
Then what I have done is I've taken out the spare set of robes that was in my portable hole that I have, and I've laid them out on the hammock, so I'm lying on those in the hammock rather than on the actual hammock.
Sure, and you get the benefits of a long rest as well.
Yes, I do. So I've got
Regained
all my spell
all your
points
spell
back.
points, exactly.
All 2 of them
Skylar,
that I spent.
you wake up and you're
We
not
should
on
spend
board
more.
ship.
I immediately scream.
Right. Next to you, 4 or 5 people look at you, but they have fish heads, but like deep sea angler fish heads with serrated jaws, and some of them appear to have lights popping out the top of their heads. And they all look at you and they scream as well.
Do
and
I
there's-
hear that?
Yeah, there's a big old screaming going on the other side
Oh,
of the cavern from you.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. Skylar, it's okay. They're friendly. They're helping us. They just look scary. They're not scary. They're lovely. They're lovely.
Are they friends with the shark people who were trying to kill me before?
No, they are not friends with the shark people who were trying to kill you before.
Okay.
Hello. We're the scum.
Oh, hi.
Don't worry, you've
Hi,
only missed context
Skylar.
from Rude Awakening.
Hi.
Tavia,
Calm her down.
it's the
Yeah.
morning.
It is.
You wake up with a crashing hangover.
I can imagine.
Can you describe what situation you are waking up in? Just yourself and what the sleeping arrangements were.
Okay, so is he still present or has
Nope.
he vanished? Fabulous. Right. So I awaken kind of in effectively a pit. Clearly it's like an alleyway behind.
Oh.
I was very drunk. evidently.
Oh.
So I say
Behind
it's
the bins.
Like kind of, pretty much.
You're not at school.
Head is not feeling great. Stomach is not feeling great. I'm not looking great. Probably messy hair.
So dishevelled is what we're going
Chef's
for here.
hat gone.
Mm-hmm.
No
no.
idea. But I still have my apron. So I'm gonna
What
use...
else are you wearing?
Oh no, I'm like
Okay, so you're fully dressed.
Yeah,
Good.
fully dressed.
Phew. Okay, thank
But,
God.
after that, fully dressed.
She had a tryst.
Had apron, using my apron to kind of try and brush myself off as much as possible.
Well, as you open your eyes and awaken, there is a person lying next to you, but it's not the person you were expecting. Archimedes, you wake up in a dirty alleyway behind a fish person's hideous bar with Devere, the ship's fry cook, lying next to you, looking somewhat dishevelled.
Hello.
Oh, just don't ask. Come on. And
But
I'm
I
just
have so many questions. Where to begin? Well, firstly, where are we? Why are we here?
Oh, look,
What?
look, she's Rita. I'm just bringing you along.
Yeah, yes, very well.
You both stumble out of the alleyway to where Skylar and Brina have just left a hovel with friendly fish people all around them. Skylar's still looking a little bit concerned about this.
Have you got prestidigitation? Clean yourself up.
I do not know.
Where have you been?
Let's not talk about anything or ever. Oh, I'm
And
so
why?
hungry.
Hello. You alright?
Yes?
You okay?
No? Yes? I don't know.
I'm gonna prestidigitation the grossness off her clothes and then off Archimedes' clothes. And
Okay,
yeah.
right. You are now spotless.
I'm gonna
That
go
will change in
hunting
about
for my
30 seconds
chef's
in
hat.
this place.
What? Where are you going?
I'm just wandering around the town looking for my chef's hat.
Do you
No,
ask,
you're
what
not
do you do?
wandering
Do you
around,
ask
stay here.
people or do you just look by yourself?
I'm just kind of investigating. As far as I can see, because I
Roll an
imagine
investigation check.
it would be white compared to everything else here, relatively.
That's true.
That depends on.
16?
16. As you look around in front of you at these various hovels, you see your chef's hat is perched on top of what looks like another bin behind another house.
Cool.
It's just perched there. It is
So is that
utterly
kind
filthy.
of like a trying a sock on the door kind of method thing and not succeeding?
I'm going to go with yes. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You tried to put a sock on a bin, and no one got the message.
Cool. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of mank, yeah.
Like I can clean it.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna leave it.
Right.
With
the-
the
So
memories
this is the
of
first
the
time you're out, isn't it?
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
about to be traumatized.
I already have been. It's only been a few moments.
I'm still. You work for me, so you know this isn't true. I'm still fine.
I would like to insight check that immediately.
Please do. With advantage. With the way she said it.
Well, that's an actual 20.
Never mind. She is lying.
Like
She's
I'm
not
really
fine.
I am this close to a mental breakdown. That's what you get.
Yeah, I'm giving off a vibe that very much says same.
Right.
Each other.
Good. So the four of you are stood in the centre of this fishy town. You are surrounded by fish people who seem to be relatively friendly. Some are a bit perplexed by what you guys got up to last night, but they're not asking questions.
Good.
So everyone here's really nice.
Right.
We are going to have to head into some blue magic water, so I hope you've got your rebreathers on you.
You do. Rebreathers would have been brought with you.
And on that subject, do we have health potions?
You have one supreme. Supreme?
One supreme.
You have one supreme health potion each. We'll
10
get to that.
D4
We'll
plus
get to that if we
20.
need it. Don't worry.
10d4 plus 20 if you need.
So you have on the one side of town is a tunnel leading down, where the fish people have told you that the water genie lives, and there is a bizarre blue watery effect there. And to the other side of town is a wooden palisade, a sort of fence, quite large fence, where they've said there are dangerous things. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm going to just quickly explain. The water genie freed these people and has kind of forgotten about them, so they don't have access to fresh food or anything like that. Yes, it's not great. Don't eat the food they give you, unless you've got a strong stomach. Yeah, essentially, did the word get around the ship? It might have, but he's only just gotten back. Okay, essentially what we're here to do is try and free Kalahanu from the bond of this water genie. The water genie is that way. You're going to have to probably do some fighting.
Okay,
Are you-
nothing new there.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's just go.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, I'll be in the back.
Rogues at the front, wizards at the back.
Yes! I can't see any problem with that plan.
Cool.
Oh,
I've kind of lost
Okay.
my will to live by this point as a character, so let's just
Are you okay?
no.
Devere, what happened last night?
You don't want to know.
You
You,
know you
might
can-
need a meeting with HR.
You know you can always talk to darkness, yes?
I
Darkness is the head of HR.
The head of
I've
HR.
been for counselling several times, even despite the undead thing that was there for a while. He's really very good.
Yeah, he's
Darkness
really,
is
really
7
nice.
foot tall, got turned into a zombie at one point, and then
Right,
got
pet zombie.
resurrected back to life. And he's the head of HR.
But he's really good at listening.
He is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
splendid.
good at that.
Yeah, he's a really
Right.
nice guy.
Love
Under the dark
darkness.
plate mail armor.
let's worry about that when we've dealt with this.
Okay, all I'm saying is when you get teleported back to the ship, or when we get back to the ship, you can go see it. Because I'm not good at dealing with people's problems.
Right.
Let's just
Do
go.
you head for the tunnel?
Yeah, we do, for the blue magic tunnel.
Do we have a map?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
And they
I
can't
like
make a map
maps.
for us, so they've described where it is.
Would over the past couple of days with all this happening, would I have tried to devise some sort of way to carry rudimentary map making?
Yeah, I'd
skills
say you're
with me?
carrying. I mean, it's basically sort of a calligraphy set. So you have paper on you. You have various things you can use to write on. It's quite damp down here, so whatever you create will have to be very carefully
Would I
stored.
have been able to like wax the paper or something like that?
Ooh.
Given that every other time I've been teleported out, I've been underwater.
That's true.
Roll an
So-
intelligence check with advantage to think of that beforehand.
Thank God for the advantage. And the same thing again.
I mean, you had the idea, but you didn't put it into practice before you left. So, what you have from what Brina describes to you is a rudimentary idea that the dock you came in from led to a small passageway that went over the top of this village, where the first party hid to make sure they weren't seen. It then made its way out to two guard posts that were clearly part of keeping these fish people in check. And then when you made your way through various smaller caves and got around the side again, that way you came through with the smaller caves will also lead through to this blue magical effect and the genie.
Okay, Skylar is going to sketch as best as she can as we go along.
Sure, lovely. Do you make your way down the corridor with the blue light?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Excellent. Can everyone please make investigation checks for me?
11.
13.
19.
And 14.
Right.
Yeah, 14.
As you make your way down the corridor, Archimedes, you are the first to see. You get a 19.
14.
I got
19.
You got 19. Eleanor, you're the first to see. Sorry, Skylar. You're the first to see that this tunnel appears to have water in it. But it seems the surface of the water you're walking towards as the tunnel slopes down doesn't look like normal water. It's glowing blue.
You were in the magic water, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Is this divine water?
Roll an Arcana check. It appears to be magical. You're not 100% sure what it does or how it does it, but it doesn't look like the water you saw the last time you were around.
I think this water has something funny about it. Archimedes, would you mind, please?
Yes, quite.
Could I also?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The magicians do their magic thing.
23.
21.
Oh, sorry, 24. I'm
Oh,
not
come on.
Archimedes steps forward and goes, I think you're... And you just kind of, no, that me. It appears to be magic water. It's definitely a magical wall of water that's been placed on the ground, so it looks like a water surface. You can tell from your Arcana check that there are definitely conjuration elements to it, and you can also tell by looking at it that there is also a faint abjuration effect to it as well. Sorry, conjuration means things appearing out of nowhere. Abjuration means shielding or warding magic.
Right, Archimedes, this looks like it's a mix of conjuration and abjuration. So it is water that's appeared here. We don't know if it's shielding or warding.
And we want to go down here, yes?
Well, yeah. Do you have detect magic?
I do not. I could dispel the magic.
I can also dispel the
Would it
magic.
help if I shot an arrow at it?
Nope. Like it might, but...
I'm saying nothing.
What if I try to do one type of magic and you try to do the other type of magic?
So you try and dispel the conjuration, I try and dispel the abjuration.
That was too cool for me. Sorry.
What? You've been spending too much time with Jeffrey.
He's really lovely to have around.
Okay.
Kavir, any response to the reference to Jeffrey there?
No.
No, nothing at all.
Very stonely, no response.
Can I roll
at all.
in?
Everyone roll insight checks.
Can I ask who is Jeffrey?
Jeffrey
Jeffrey's
is
a
the
sorcerer on board.
Natural one. She's too interested in this.
What'd you roll?
9.
9.
Was this insight?
Insight.
17.
17. Tavia seems to be quite weird about Jeffrey. Not quite sure why. It has something to do with where you appeared.
Are you alright, Archimedes?
He's
Let's
fine.
dispel the magic.
Sure, let's do it. So I'm dispelling abjuration, you're dispelling conjuration.
Yes.
Okay, cool. let's do it.
Excellent. You
Okay.
both use Dispel Magic. Dispel Magic, you need to cast at a certain level to dispel certain effects.
Yes.
What level are you casting it at?
I am only going to cast it 3rd level.
You're doing which effect?
Abjuration. Actually, no. Hang on. I'm going to cast it at 5th level for abjuration.
5th level Abjuration.
Yeah.
Okay. Archimedes, what do you do?
I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go at 3rd level. See if that works.
Okay.
Yeah, just going to go 3rd.
Let me just check. There's all sorts of dice rolls with Dispel Magic I keep forgetting. So, Brina will do you first. You're casting Dispel Magic at 5th level,
Uh-huh.
which means that you are affecting... You are affecting all spells of 5th level or high...
So if it's 5th level, it will dispel immediately.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you can make a
It's a spell DC.
spellcasting ability. The DC is 10 plus the spell's level, so it's a 15 DC. If
So
you
you're
roll.
casting on which effect?
On abjuration.
Abjuration, and you're using a 5th level spell slot.
Yes.
Can you roll a spell save DC? No?
No. That's you need to roll it for your person.
Oh, I'm rolling it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Ah.
You're rolling against 15. Against the whoever casts the spell on it, their spellcasting ability.
I'm not sure that's right. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, then make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. You need to do it. You need to roll 10 plus the spell's level because you haven't dispelled
I'm
it
rolling against
automatically.
right, okay.
Sorry, complicated
No,
spell.
it's okay. I rolled a critical success.
As you cast a spell magic on this pool of water, there's a brief wash through the water, like a... And suddenly the abjuration effect that you felt earlier through your Arcana check doesn't appear to be around anymore.
I think I got rid of it.
So you're casting against the conjuration at...
Third level.
Third level?
Yep.
Right, you're going to have to roll that dice as well, I'm afraid.
Yep. Don't make me look like a fool again. And I'm adding my spell attack? Or
Your spell attack modifier, yes.
spell attack. So 22 total.
You cast a spell magic, and again, as you do this, the water wall effect starts to dissipate slowly, and it appears the water is receding down this corridor. What would you like to do?
I assume we follow the receding water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but after other people.
I'll go
Yeah,
first.
after the
I don't know.
I'll go first. It's fine.
I would like to stealth.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, stealth.
Stealth. We
As
stealth.
you make your way down the corridor
Smart.
behind this slowly receding wall of water, you are absolutely welcome to stealth your way down the corridor.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
30.
30.
I got 24.
24. Right.
Rogues.
A 24 is a very good roll. 1 to 20 is the sort of normal dice, so therefore anything above 20 is deemed pretty much superhuman. 30 is unbelievable. So
She disappears.
Skylar, like the amazing rogue she is, just goes down low, makes her way, and her footsteps don't even seem to make a sound. But you can't see Devere. She seems to have, like, disappeared. You have no idea where
I
she is.
would have stealthed this morning had he still been here.
You briefly... Yeah, you would. You briefly forget Devere existed.
Could just us then.
The rogues. You've not been out with them. The rogues are really good now. They've gotten a lot of practice.
My spellcaster friends, are you also making stealth rolls to go down this
yeah,
corridor?
let's try.
It would be the smart thing to do.
4.
22!
Yes!
Archimedes
sorry I let
himself,
everyone
normally
down.
not the stealthiest of men, manages to make his way slowly down.
Scooby-Doo School of
Brina,
Sneaking.
what fails your stealth check so abominably? What are you doing wrong?
She's so interested in what's about to happen. She is just really obviously looking around, looking at everything, trying to figure out what's going on, and ways of and thinking about what's going to happen when she has to face this water genie. Because she's seen a fire genie, and that wasn't great. Although we're friends with him, so that's why.
Excellent.
Lost in thought.
As you make your way down the corridor as the water recedes, you get to a point where the corridor starts to widen and the water effect stops. In front of you, the corridor is widening out, and you can hear the sound of, well, frankly, a party. Kat, can you help us out with the sounds of a Renaissance fair party? All right?
Pick one of the light, playful ones.
Like, if I start getting some dubstep, I'm going to worry. Like,
There's like a couple of playful ones on that playlist. Try
Yeah.
for those.
so there is clearly something happening in the cavern in front of you, which quite usefully also disguises the fact that Brina is not being particularly stealthy at all. What would you like to do?
Can we try and see what the party
You'd
is?
have to go further down the corridor to see him.
Should the rogues
Can we have a quick
maybe?
look and see if
Yeah,
there's
let's
any
go.
traps or anything like that?
Sure, absolutely. Do you want to roll perception checks to see if there's any obvious traps around here?
I've no idea. No idea.
3.
Yeah, no
You
idea.
don't see any traps, but you could move forward and have a closer look if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth forward and try and see what's happening with the party.
Go for it.
Cool. Stealthy.
That's better.
29.
29. We both have plus 12. To our
Yeah,
stealth.
exactly.
And
Once
Nottingham
again, the
and roll
rogues
is
disappear
10,
from
so-
sight. You guys are used to this by now as they make their way down into the throne room. And it's evidently a throne room. In front of you is a
Oh no.
in front of you is a pool of water. It's definitely an underwater lake. To either side of that lake, there are throngs of people lolling around on chaiselongs and hoofs and beanbags. The whole thing has very much a sense of like an oriental bazaar party.
Is it like the Green Glade Tabris?
There's an element of that. Also, student digs, frankly.
Cool. So it's the kind
So,
of place
like-
I would have wanted to
So
go.
hedonism
Cool.
without the class.
Hedonism without class is
Yeah.
exactly what I would describe it as. That's a
Great.
very good description of what it is like. In front of the lake, there is a small shelf of rock that forms. It looks like a sort of very low-formed stalagmite that has slowly grown up from the ground with those sort of calcified rings around the edge of it. And on the top of that is a throne, and in that throne sits who you assume is Eldon Alid. He is horrifically overweight, paunchy, pouty-lipped, and has a strange orange complexion. He is sat on this throne with people all around him arrayed, singing, dancing, having a good time. There are 2 bards playing instruments relatively well. And as you enter the room quietly, you are not noticed by anyone in it.
Is everyone in the room the same species?
They're a complete combination of different Havmar races. So you have the fox-like Vosu, the tall Katafu troll-like people. You have Irabi, who are sort of angelic-looking humanoids. There's a mishmash of everybody there. Eriag, the big walking carpet people.
Do they all have weapons on their person?
Most of these people aren't armed. Most of them seem to be relatively having a good time, having fun. Mm-hmm. It looks more like a party than anything else. There are a couple with weapons, but they don't seem to be doing much. Roll perception checks again, please.
That's a 4.
4? 16. The 2 bards are definitely not just there for the music. They appear to be armed as well.
Right, so they're like bodyguards kind of thing.
Body bards.
They're
Body
body
bards.
bards. Atrocious.
Sorry, Mark,
Just
I should have warned you what this was.
This is just puns framed with role-playing.
That's what we're doing. Puns framed with role-playing. Yeah, that's what you see at this point in time. You're not being noticed at all because you rolled such ridiculously high stealth checks. So you are currently on the far side of this lake. This party's happening in front of you and around you as it goes up. You look around the room. There's no obvious ways in or out that you don't already know. I'm just checking something.
So we need to kill this genie.
Well, that's what you were sent here to do.
Could I just sort of like get your attention and just
Yeah, we'll head back to
skulk back up to
liaise
our
with
magic
the
users?
with the wizards.
You're making your way back.
Oh, no, I've got to
Just
turn the key
describe,
to look for.
describe what we saw.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Cool.
Okay.
So you make your way back to the 2 wizards in the corridor. Your stealth check is high enough for that not to be a problem. What happens now?
There's a party going on, and then there's lots of people, but with some weapons and yeah.
Okay. So, did you see the genie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite orange. Noticeably orange.
Now,
Very big.
regrettably, I forgot to mention that we're trying not to face the genie if we can help it without freeing Kalahani first. I need you to go back.
Can everyone roll history checks for me, please?
That is no, 25.
25?
16.
Two nat ones! You two have no idea what's going on. Brina, you remember distinctly being told that the water genie has imprisoned and has managed to have some control over this gigantic dragon turtle, which, as far as you know, these guys did not see.
I also remember the arcane focus because I suggested it.
Mm-hmm.
So this genie probably might have an arcane focus because it takes a lot to enslave a near god.
Yeah.
Although he is a near god himself, which is why we don't want to fight him. Could you see if there's anything on his person? Or from the sounds of it, it'll be really audacious.
Stealth up.
He was on a throne.
He was on a throne?
Yeah.
Was he wearing any jewellery?
I mean,
Didn't. I can go. I'll stealth down and have a look.
Yeah, look for like something that magic would be channeled through. Like think stereotypical. I don't know how.
Genie in a lamp kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know how subtle this genie is by the sounds of it. So.
Cool. 28.
22.
I'm just trying to remember my own name.
So you guys are sneaking back in.
Yeah, so we're gonna go have a look and see if we can see anything particularly magic-y, flashy, anything particularly well protected. Noticeable.
The genie appears to be wearing normal clothes, nothing too special about him. He has a rather ostentatious blue suit on, and
To match the orange.
to match the orange complexion, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's clash.
Yeah, it's a good look. And he is sat. It's a throne, but it looks somewhat less ostentatious than you might expect from someone this flash.
Right.
Can I particularly look at his neck to see if
Sure.
there's anything hanging around it?
Nope.
Can we do an Arcana check? This distance?
You're welcome to an Arcana check. Sure.
You can try.
Yeah, I know.
exactly.
No, you know what? Fine. Don't need an Arcana check. It's all gravy.
I got 22.
22.
Sweet,
The
she
g-
could do one.
The genie literally reeks of magic. He's a magical being. You can't get more specific than that, and not at this distance anyway.
Can I Arcana check music?
Sure.
Ooh.
Smart.
There's no magic to the music apart from that basic bardic, make sure everyone's having a good time style stuff on it. Nothing more than that. As you do this, one of the revelers next to you finally rolls high enough on his perception check to look up and see the two of you. It's a Vosu, one of those fox people, and he looks at the two of you with a kind of...
I immediately start dancing.
Describe the dancing.
Just sort of swing off in my head, give it
Mhm.
a little twirl around.
Roll a performance check.
Acrobatics.
Nope.
If you can't win,
Oh!
yes!
Your dancing is on point, and he just looks at you with a kind of... Really?
Give him a little.
Yeah, gives you one back, little finger pistol, and then turns to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do the same thing.
Please
But
do.
I'm gonna try and like more gymnastics rather than dancing. Like we're performing and everything. Like it might
Performing
be acrobatics.
is performing.
Nice try though.
You used the word in it.
Natural 20!
Oh my god!
Hey, forget the shit. We're taking the show on
Oh
the
my
road.
god, we're doing like.
Damn
In
you,
the
dice
same-
gods! Okay.
I bet. Yeah, Jeffrey rolled an 8, but I can roll a nat 20 for dancing.
You are bumping and grinding like the best of them, and
Oh,
it's
fabulous.
each guy looks at you both and sort of groovy. Like he's very much like, this is cool. You guys rock.
You
just
guys are
turns
such cool girls.
just turns around, looks back out. You do get the sense that this guy's slightly buzzed. So
Cool.
So
we're
he
gonna
just
like
thinks
stealth
Just-
back up the
natural
path.
20.
leaving again. Right, you go back up the path. What do you want to do?
Well, there wasn't like a giant turtle or anything, and there were no exits or anything like that. So
Nope.
there's got to be something the other way.
Looks like a fun party.
Hi, it looks really fun.
You tell the wizards this? What,
yeah,
what,
yeah,
Yeah.
This is just talking
It
to
looks
you.
like fun.
Oh, so there's
Guys,
a.
what do you want to do?
Oh,
But there's a lot of people down there.
where's a bard when you need them? Okay.
Okay, so we're trying to find the focus, if there is a focus, which there might not be.
There might not be. No,
Right.
I'm starting to think less and less that there is going to be one, which is sad. Try and trap him in the lamp. Hey, it's happened to other genies in this world. That's how I met my first one.
What do you reckon, guys?
What do you want to do?
I feel like storming in all guns blazing is not going to be the
Oh, we're
best
not doing
idea.
that. We're not doing that.
No, bad
Okay.
idea.
It's
Cool,
a good
cool,
job there's
cool.
no
Nothing else, I
barbarians
can't
coming
dance.
soon.
We could,
So-
well, I would say there's a lot of different types of people down there. We could just try and blend in.
Our races are not present on this universe at all,
They're all pretty
apart from
buzzed.
us.
They're pretty bad.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we can try and blend in. I just feel.
Can you guys disguise yourselves at all? Because we can just.
No.
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 We're not that kind of wizard. We're not that kind of spellcaster. We just.
I'm more of a library wizard than a party wizard.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Oh, guys, you've got to decide what you want to do.
Well, we're gonna have to sneak through this party, aren't we?
I think, yeah. I
Have
think.
to blend in.
Well, yeah, I think. Well, there's no other exit or anything like that. So.
Yep, let's go.
Cool. Well, yeah, sure.
How are you guys going to try and blend in?
How did you guys get undetected in here?
There was a lot of dancing.
Oh no. Can we just share a knowing look? Like,
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
I
No.
winked.
gonna-
I winked at somebody.
You winked at
I can
someone.
wink.
That's how you wink.
That was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the
Well,
sake of
let's
those
try
who may
and-
not be able to see quite as well, did you just blink? What did you
I like half again.
Okay, lovely.
Uh-huh.
This is going to be fun. All right.
Yeah, let's try and sneak
Maybe.
through the worst case scenario. We just have to run.
Maybe
So
you guys should maybe just stay close.
what about the
Yeah,
fish
we're-
people?
we're through
Can they fight? Do they look like they're fighters? Can we ask for their assistance? Because they said they couldn't get down this path.
Oh no, they would. They're not really fighters, I don't think, from what they told us.
But can they be good
Roll.
meat shields?
Roll intelligence check.
I look at
I was
Archimedes
quite drunk. so I don't
horrified.
imagine that-
This is why.
Sorry, fish shields. Pesca shields?
22.
22.
We just established
These,
that they're nice
the fish people, the
Archimedes.
slum, they're clearly not very happy with the genie.
But-
Once with the stream. They're clearly not particularly happy with the genie. They do also seem to be relatively cowardly. However, there are 100 of them.
Fish people.
Do you want to get the fish people to invade the party, cause a distraction, so we can get in? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
yeah, no, we all come in with the fish people. There's 100 of them. There's not 100 people down there. They don't like the genie. We've now given them access to the genie.
So you're saying we storm the party with the 100 fish people
Yeah.
and distract them while we try and break the spell?
Yeah. I mean, it's
I
better than
feel-
us trying to sneak in.
I feel very uncomfortable about sending these fish people to what could possibly be their death.
Well, we'll ask them to
alright.
help. They don't have to.
Okay, let's ask them.
Okay.
Alright, fine. We're going to go back up the corridor and ask the
We're gonna-
slum to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd leave out the part about going to the deaths. That might discourage them.
They're
not
not
gonna lie to them.
stupid. They know what it is.
Yeah, they're not stupid. They know what's going to happen. I want to go find the guy we were friends with.
Mm-hmm. You make,
the
the-
kind of
you-
leader. Anyway.
you make your way
leadery
back up the
guy.
tunnel.
Graggle.
Graggle. Yeah, I want to find
Rock. We're
Graggle.
gonna go back to Graggle Rock.
Right. So you're going to make your way back up to
Yeah.
the slum town, to Fishy Town, as I'm calling it, to try and find Graggle and ask him if he'll help.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. You make your way back up. Can we go back to the sort of underwater washy music because they're leaving the party? They decided not to go to the Elderly's party.
We're going to go to the party.
We will shortly, just with more guests.
We're
Sure.
bringing the party to them.
Bringing the party to them.
A counter party, if you will.
Counter party. Nice.
There's like decent food and stuff down there. They're all having a good time, so the fish people could probably do with that. Like,
Yeah.
As you make your way back up the corridor into the fish town,
stuff.
everyone make perception checks for me, please.
Nope. I go blind. Natural one.
Natty 20.
Hey!
16.
16?
Fine.
The two of you are completely oblivious to this.
We're discussing the plan.
Yeah, we're just like, yeah.
Skylar, you hear ahead of you there's a little bit of commotion, but Archimedes, it's you who gets a very distinct impression that something up ahead is not okay.
I'm going to draw their attention to the direction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run
I
towards
think we
the
should
people.
hurry.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
run.
You're going to run.
Yeah.
I'd like to follow at a bit of a distance, stealthing again.
Okay. So the three of you are running up, but you're stealthing behind. About half speed, I'll say, if that's all right.
Sure. That's 22.
22. Yeah, you are half stealth. You are stealthing. You are very well hidden, but you are about half the speed, so you get a turn a bit later. Can we have some combat music, please?
Ah,
There are... Actually, how many of you have seen Rakina before? Shark people? No? You two have.
in my studies.
In your studies? Yeah. On this, I'll just tell you. On this world, there are things called Rakina. They are sort of shark-like individuals, and they tend to work with people who they worship, and Kelanabu is one of them. As you make your way up into the town, there are sounds of fighting from the centre of town, and you hear the distinct noise of Rakina, the snarling and yapping that you're so used to.
Oh, no.
And you can move forward, you can sneak around. What would you like to do?
Can we see yet?
You can perceive there is something going on, but you have to get a bit closer to find out
I
what's
would
going
like
on.
to see what's going on, so I'm going to move closer.
Okay.
I'm gonna stealth.
You can see nothing, it is dark. No.
I'm a gnome, I've got dark vision.
There we go.
I'm gonna stealth closer.
You're stealthing.
Yeah.
Cool.
See if I can see a hiding spot where I'd be able to.
You can stealth around the
that would-
edges. You can
that
definitely
would
around the
be
edge of this
within
cavern.
range.
Like kind of.
Sure, no problem at all. So you stealth your way around the edges of the cavern. So Skylar, you are going slightly behind the rest of the others because you're sneaking around so well, but you are much better hidden. Roll your stealth check.
I just did. It's 22.
22. So
Yeah.
same hiding as her. That's
Yeah.
fine. You're sneaking down the middle, so you're much more central, lying down
Yeah.
the central alleyway in the middle of this town. Brina, can you want to just perceive? You want to just move forward and look.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you going with her, Archimedes?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
As the two of you walk down this alleyway in front of you, the town square where you're in, with various alleyways going off it, that Devere knows all too well, there are 5 of these Rakina shark people standing in the middle with their weapons out, just snarling and slashing at Slom as they run past. And these guys, they're not even defending themselves. They are just running around higgledy-piggledy trying to get away from these shark people. And there is definitely the sound of women, children, everyone just being hit and slashed about. You get the sense they're not trying to kill them, just scare them.
Breaking character for a minute.
Yep.
Would firing, not necessarily an attack, but firing my bow break me out of hiding, or?
Yes, but you can hide again because you're a rogue. You're
Yes,
quite a
you-
way away still. You can shoot with disadvantage and try and shoot near them or at them if you wanted to.
I would like to shoot at the feet of one of the Rakina. Having faced them before, I'm not particularly fond.
Okay. So you shoot with disadvantage. You're quite a long way away still. 16. You're aiming not at the foot itself, but next to the foot. An arrow, as you two walk into this square and see these Rakina, and the Rakina see you as you appear, because you're not trying to hide in any way, shape, or form. An arrow sticks into the ground in front of them, and they look up and see the two of you. Are you
Immediately like to
immediately? Yeah. Roll your stealth check again.
Natural 20.
So 32.
The arrow appeared out of absolutely nowhere. They have no idea. Was there an arrow? Is there an arrow? What is arrow? As you're stealth a bit closer, but you're still in stealth at this
Yeah,
point.
that's fun.
As they look up at you and bare their teeth and snarl and start making their way towards you. Devere, you are still stealth, but it's your turn to go first. What would you like to
I
do?
would like to try and sneak attack whichever one is nearest to me at
Absolutely.
that point in time.
Make that roll.
So just attack roll, yeah?
Yes, please.
That is a 28.
28. You absolutely hit with your sneak attack, so roll that sneak
Cool.
attack damage.
Excellent. I'm
While
gonna
that's happening, Archimedes, Brina, Archimedes goes before, but do you both want to cast spells? Do you want to take an action? What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay, it's
yeah.
Archimedes before you, so what would you like?
Yeah,
Just a good
so
pencil.
there's still loads of the... Sorry, I'm forgetting what the non...
Slom.
The slum. Is there loads of them still in the vicinity?
They're still milling on. There's an awful lot of them. All of them seem to be running around.
I don't want to get any of them caught
Yeah,
up, so
area effect might be a bad idea here.
yeah, let's just get some attention. So
Okay.
I'm a magic missile, just one on... three bolts, just one on
3 of them.
randoms, yeah?
Sure, well they automatically hit, so roll the damage on those. It's a d4
I
plus
know
1
what
on
it
each
is.
one.
So the first one's a 4, so
Uh-huh.
5, then 3 total,
Yep.
and then 2 total.
Are you hitting one of the ones that she's hitting with her sneak attacks? That will happen before you do this.
Would I be able to see that she's going for one of them?
You will see the attack hit before your spells hit.
Oh, okay. I'll just, I'll say yeah then. Just go for
3 different ones.
3 different ones. Yeah.
Cool,
just
so
try
4
to
of them will
distract towards us, away from.
4 of them will have taken damage by this point.
Sweet.
What's your sneak attack damage?
36.
36.
Never mind. Your first arrow launches out and hits one of them and hits it where? In the head?
Yeah, just right in the neck.
Right in the neck,
Like
just
if they have a neck that's sharp thing.
The first one drops, it is down. Whereas,
Excellent. I'd like to hide again with my bow.
sure.
Thank you.
What were the rolls on that magic missile?
5, 4, and then 2.
5, 4, and 2. Whereas suddenly 3 missiles shoot out of Archimedes' hands and unerringly find their way. What do your magic missiles look like?
Oh, I like to think they look like bookmarkers.
These bookmarkers go flying out. Just manage to hit 3 of them. Not doing much damage, but you get their attention. They've seen you and Brina because you're standing next to him. And are you hiding after
Yeah,
your sneak
I've
attack?
hid.
What did you roll?
Oh. I naturally get a 22 anyway, so don't need to.
Roll to see if it's higher, because I'm going to roll against it.
No, it's 22.
22. They can't see you.
So we've decided area of effect's probably a bad idea because
Yeah.
we don't want to get any of the slum.
I'm
Okay,
afraid so.
I am gonna. Are there 2 within 5 feet of each other?
Yes, easily.
I'm gonna go and do my bubble of acid at them.
Does that have a splash?
It does. I can choose 2 creatures with that in range with 5 feet of each other.
Oh, so you can choose where the splash hits.
Yeah.
Great, you do that.
Dex saving throw, please. Against 18.
And there are 2 of them.
Yeah.
That is 2 and a 15.
Nope, neither of
Nope.
those go. Oh, great.
Roll, give me the damage.
3, 6, 10 acid damage.
10 acid damage. You splash 2 of them with acid. There's very much as it hits them, but they are still coming. And the 4 remainders come running towards Brina and Jeffrey, and they all try and
It's not
hit.
Jeffrey. It's Archimedes.
Sorry, it's Archimedes. My apologies.
How rude.
How rude. and they try and hit you with their spears and their mouths because they bite as well.
Time for some shield.
Yes, I'm going to shield the spear.
Yeah, shield.
You're just casting shield automatically without finding out what the roll is.
Oh, well, if you're going to let us know what the roll is, go for it.
Yes.
No, I'm not actually. Go on. Now that you said it. Do
Alright,
you want to
so
cast shield or not?
I'll cast shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both
So
casting
go.
shield. So what are your armor casts?
Mine is 16, which will now go up to 21.
21.
17, so 22.
22? The first one going for Archimedes does not get through your shield with his bite and with his spear. Brina, the one going for you, doesn't get through either. Archimedes, the second one going for you, does not get through either and manages to bite himself in the tongue. Brina, the one who's trying to go for you, his spear lashes out and misses, but he manages to get his bite over the top of you, manages to clamp it around the top of your head.
That's so rude.
It is. You take... Thank you. 5 points of piercing damage as it bites you in the head.
He's getting murked.
Sure. Skylar, it is now your turn. You've shot from quite a long distance. You could use your movement to get close enough to hit them without disadvantage, but you wouldn't be able to hide, so you wouldn't be able to sneak attack. You're a long
I'll
way
take
away.
disadvantage.
Take this much. You're going to stay where you are.
Yeah.
Do disadvantage shots.
6 and a 19, that's disappointing.
So what's the six?
That's be an 18.
So an 18 hits, yeah. So you hit with disadvantage from a long distance. You're using your short bow, so roll the short bow. You were hiding, so with sneak attack damage. Are you aiming
yeah,
for one of the
that's
ones that's
good.
been hit so far, or are you aiming for one that hasn't been hit yet?
One that hasn't been.
One that hasn't been hit yet. Super. While she's doing that, Devere, what would you like to do? You're currently still hidden.
I'd like to do another sneak attack, if I may, on whichever one I can.
You can get close enough to use your rapier to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so roll up. Make your attack. Do you want to go for the one that's most or least damaged?
Least damage, please. I got a natural 20.
No, go
that's
for
it.
most
But
damage.
most damage. Whichever one I looks like. I don't know. Whatever.
Which one? Most or least?
I did 31 damage.
You've got a natural
31. That one is
Yeah,
also
but I
down.
won't attack
There are
with
3
least
left.
damage.
One is looking very bad. The other 2 are looking okay. Choose now.
Quick. I go least damage.
Least damage. Okay,
Yeah.
roll the damage attack. So as that one is being hit by a rapier from probably sort of
So hang on.
undercarriage.
So when it goes 1d8 plus 4, do I add 4 to every roll?
No, you
Just
roll
the-
1d8 plus 7d6
Right,
plus 4.
that's fine. That's what I was doing. I just wanted to make sure.
Plus 7. 1d8 plus 7d6 plus 7. I'm going to go say it's head and say it's probably down, but make the roll.
We've got magic weapons.
Oh,
I forgot.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's fine.
Right,
Ace.
there are 2 left.
Fantastic.
Wizards, as she rolls the damage on this
Right,
one,
so this is
that,
a crit as well. So do I roll?
You just double
so it's
what you roll.
2d8. No, it's you roll everything and then double it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That.
While that's happening, what are you 2 doing on the 2 that are remaining? Because that one's definitely dead.
So we're in melee with them, right?
They're running up to you and you're in melee with them both, yeah.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
You first, Archimedes.
If I'm in melee, I'm gonna misty. I presume there's room behind us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna misty step out of range of that.
You can, it's a bonus action, you can still cast a spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna misty step back, and then I'm going to use mirror image as well. Can I do 2 seconds?
Absolutely you can.
Yeah.
Archimedes disappears. How does your Misty Step work? What does it look like?
I like to imagine it'll come out with almost like cartoonish like exclamation points and question marks and various grammatical symbols. Just
And as that
That's
happens,
amazing.
you're gone, but those symbols sort of there and sort of fade out a little bit as you go. You're now 30 feet behind them and you cast mirror image on
mirror
yourself.
image, so there's now 4 of me.
There are now 4 of you, so you touch yourself and boom, various Archimedes appear around him, sort of shifting in and out of his form, so it's not quite obvious.
68 damage. Does that kill him? Oh.
How do you kill it? Where do you get it? With your rapier.
A rapier, just sort of straight through, like, you know how if you hit a naughty dog on the nose with a newspaper, like
Yes.
that, but with my rapier. And a
You go
shark.
for the naughty dog strike on the shark's head, and guess what? It goes straight through it. You hit with way more force than you intended, and your rapier's kind of stuck in its head because you hit it so hard.
Why do my rapiers always get stuck
So
in
you're
heads?
kind of stuck with it in your head, so
It's
trying
the
to
second
pull it
time
out.
this has happened.
Like you're currently trying to pull your rapier out. You're not hidden.
Oh, no.
You hit it so hard. I mean, there's got to be some penalty for that.
Not 20.
I know. Rena.
I'm going to wreathe my hand in black energy and make a melee spell attack and cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay, you cast Vampiric Touch on one of the 2 remaining.
Oh. 12.
12 hits just.
No way!
Yeah, it does.
Alright, okay.
Your
that's-
hands wreathed in necrotic energy. You reach out and grab for the shark man in front of you.
Yeah, so it's not as graceful as I wanted, but...
Mhm.
8. 9.
9 points of damage.
9 necrotic damage, and I get half of that back.
So you get back 5.
Yeah.
Describe
that's
how the
what-
necrotic damage completely obliterates this creature.
Yes. Okay, I'm just going to heal myself first, back to full HP.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I read my hand in black energy and just grab at it, like more viciously than she ever has before.
Sure.
And just pull it down to the floor as the life drains out of it, and I don't quite let go once I see it's dead. It takes a couple of seconds before I finally yeah. And then just
Do you want to say anything?
No.
And on that bombshell, we're going to finish this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated. I'll hand over to Kat to see us out.
Thank you so much for joining us for this hour. Please do feel free to come back. We are here until next Monday. So every day apart from Thursday and Friday, we tend to complete in 5 to 6 all of those days. So please do feel free to come back. You can come back to watch, but if you do want to play as well, you can play tickets each out box office or on the Sweet website. We are streaming on twitch.tv/adventurers live stream at Adventurers Super Day. So it gives you a feeling about how it works. Please do come back. I'm going to quickly pass over to these guys. Maybe you've got anything you want to drop quick floor.
Yes, I would like to plug one of our GMs, Leo, is doing a guest spot at a show called Agony on Calls. It is a show where real scientists solve your problems with science. Not necessarily always well, but they do it. It's on at 9:15 every night, but tomorrow night is specifically when I'm plugging for. It's part of the Free Fringe, so it is free. It's at Barbados in room 6. Anyone else got anything to plug?
You do.
Plug your things.
All right, so I'm going to plug a show called Loud Poets. It's basically spoken word poetry, but not like not like what you'd expect. It's very much performance, like slam style poetry, with themes being anything from like the real stuff, like political stuff, all the way to me. I've got one all about video games. So come along. That's every day till the 28th, 9 till 10. But the 24th is the day you want, because that's when I'm on.
Yay!
9 till 10. So yeah, 9 till 10.
24th is also one of our days off, so
Oh,
don't come here.
perfect.
Go see that.
So yeah, 9 till 10 at the Scottish Storytelling Centre.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and please do feel free to come back at any point. There's so many hours left.
Yes, there are. Thanks, guys.
Right, so if you guys both want to stay on playing, I'm gonna step out.
Only
Um,
if you've
I've
got
got a
players
ticket for the
spaces.
next one.
Yeah,